Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another Dota match here for the DotaPit League Season 2 playoffs. We are into the semifinals. Virtus.Pro Polar going up against Evil Geniuses here in this best-of-5 series. Thank you so much for joining us. This series is going to be hype, I guarantee it. Virtus.Pro Polar, they are on fire. They're playing without any sort of concerns or issues. They're playing like they want to win the game. And well, for Evil Geniuses, they've slacked off a little bit in the past couple of weeks, and we'll see how they play up against a really solid squad of Virtus.Pro Polar. Joining me today, as always, is our stats man, Mott Pax, and of course, Vic Ramond. Vic, how the hell are you?
I'm great, Mott. I'm really excited. Excited to talk about some video games. Excited to talk about this new world that we find ourselves in since the last time we cast yesterday. It's going to be exciting. I mean, and it's great to watch Virtus.Pro Polar for our first games, I think. A team that I'm not going to say they think outside of the box because they don't really acknowledge the existence of a box. They'll play Monkey King Bar Warlock if it suits them, and I'm sure they have something in store for us in the best of 5 as well.
You know, he's not joking. We literally saw MKB Warlock yesterday, guys, and that's just the type of draft and itemization that, you know, Illidan and obviously FNG and everybody from Virtus.Pro Polar loves to go for. They'll pick up the Venomancer first. Dazzle gets picked up for Evil Geniuses and Legion Commander. Now, you mentioned that we are in this brave new world. It is 6.83. Not the biggest patch in the world, but there were some big changes. And Night Stalker was one of them, and that's why he's banned out first for EG.
Yeah, so our stats guy mentioned that Virtus.Pro Polar has actually had time to play the Night Stalker in officials already, and they won 2 times fairly easily with it. It's a hero. He got one of the biggest change sets in the patch. The main thing is that, and the reason I think a lot of teams are scared of him is that in the last patch he reduced War Division by 25% under his ult. In this patch he reduces it to 675, and just to like contextualize, 675 is smaller than the attack ranges of some heroes. Like, you're going to start getting hit from outside your attack range, and it's even worse when you're talking about heroes that can stun you or disable you in some other way from outside of any ward or any sort of vision. Vision's such an important part of the game, and Night Stalker gives you so much control over it now.
Yes.
That it's difficult to deal with.
It's absurd, honestly, and you know, I'm sure Icefrog was thinking, hey, you know, this hero probably needs a bit of a buff, and then he just puts him on steroids, and he's like, okay, Night Stalker, you're free to go, do whatever you want. If you're first pick in this new beta, I don't care, because guess what? We've never seen Night Stalker since, like, TI2, maybe, I think, around that time?
I mean, not successfully, right? Like,
yeah.
He's been played here and there. Fear played him last patch, Midas Ags or something, and they just got stomped. Like, the hero was bad. Like, bottom 5, 6.82 heroes. And where he'll end up here is not clear yet, but certainly the darkness effect is really, really, really powerful. The first pick Dazzle for EG is a little bit interesting, too. It's a hero that they've been playing a lot more lately. I think they rate it pretty high. Secret rates it pretty high as a hero.
Right.
He got 50 units of attack range in the patch, which doesn't seem like much. But for instance, if they do decide to put Fear on the hero, as they do in some sort of like fast push comps, attack range can actually make a pretty big difference.
Yeah, especially being stuck in that safe lane as well. And honestly, I think it could be pretty good here coming out for Evil Geniuses. They picked up the Legion Commander as well. This isn't a hero I'd see too much of from anybody on Evil Geniuses. I don't really think this is an Artor hero, and the only one that it kind of like, I think about Universe and I think about the heroes that he can play, and I haven't actually seen him play Legion Commander in the offlane, but that hero is very good in that setup, and I think it could be strong here for Universe as well.
I mean, there's definitely some flex potential. They could Fear plays every hero in this freaking video game, right? So if they need to, they'll put him on the Legion Commander in whatever position they care to run it. But yeah, I don't. Universe Legion, like you said, doesn't really come to mind. But Universe really likes to play safe a little bit, except when he's like initiating for teamfights specifically. Which Legion, you can kind of do that, but sometimes you run the hero as like a pick generator, and in that case it won't be that useful. They had the IO on, so yeah, that's definitely go around the map, generate advantages, destroy stuff.
He got a buff too. No longer requires turning to perform any actions, so
yeah,
he's just a ball that moves wherever he wanted to.
Yeah, it's I thought initially I thought the buff was like pretty big. Now when I played around with it on test, it didn't seem as big as I initially thought, just because his turn rate was so fast before already. It was like 1/25th of a second. So it matters for sure, but it's not huge. I think the nice thing about IO is this hero is completely unplayable against Night Stalker now, I think. So it's good that they banned that first.
He will just die. Night Stalker will absolutely obliterate him. Night Stalker, literally Batman, I think, in that situation. So
yeah. Exactly.
Honestly, Modpax did bring up a good point here in Skype. He talked about how Virtus.Pro Polar still have a lot of heroes for Illidan Storm Rage. This guy can play, and we saw yesterday, this guy can play anything. It feels like it, he can rival Fear to a certain extent. And he still has the Slark and AM available if they want to grab it.
It's true.
I mean, with a Brewmaster, Slark doesn't seem all that bad. They have a lot of early team fight potential with a Brew ult, Venomancer ult as well. Like, it seems like Evil Geniuses would have to be very careful, otherwise they can get harassed down and killed pretty quickly. So.
Yeah, I think Slark is Polar's maybe their most played carry hero in the last patch, and certainly the hero is still very, very viable. He has that ability to get around easily. I'm checking if what I said is a lie. Yeah, I think that's true. Yeah. Slark is their most played carry hero. So that's something they could do. They could go for a hard carry. I like the idea of the anti-mage more than certain other heroes. You want something that's going to be able to scoot out of the way really, really quickly if Legion and Io come down on your head. So it's got to be somebody with a blink or somebody with a good escape. Slark works, anti-mage works, lots of stuff works.
We've seen Medusa as well for Virtus.Pro Polar, especially for Illidan Storm Rage. Not a bad hero against these heroes currently in the game. Polar did pick up the Witch Doctor, so they're going to wait. They're going to hold off on their core pickup, their carry pickup, but I don't know. This draft is kind of shaping up. It's pretty exciting so far. I really like the idea of an IO Legion Commander combo because you could just relocate and duel. It doesn't have to be the Legion Commander. They might pick another hero as well to combo up.
Yeah, they might. I think what you just said is pretty accurate. There's a good chance that they'll take another hero because the thing about the IO Legion is you're really doubling down on the Legion doing well. If Legion isn't farmed enough to win those duels solo, Wisp ain't gonna help much, right?
Right.
So they might actually want another hero who can sort of help out with that, and then Legion piggybacks on top of that.
Yeah, well, we'll have to see what they do grab for themselves with this next core pickup. They have 30 seconds left to reserve time currently, and they've banned out the Zeus, the Ancient Apparition. On the other side of things, they ban out the Puck of the Death Prophet. So a lot of the Lycan, obviously, Artor's hero, the Krob, Artor's hero, and then the Puck is Fear incarnate in this last patch. I mean, he dominated with the Puck, and
yeah.
It's absurd, and I talked about this a lot with other people. Is just that it's absurd how many good puck players we've had in this last patch. Like I can list 5 off the top of my head that have absolutely went to town. Like Fear, S4, Giral, Fata. I'm sure I'm missing one more, but they're absolutely absurd. But Evil Geniuses go for a Morphling, which is not a hero that they play too often. However, Artor definitely does play it occasionally. So it seems like that'll be his hero, I think.
Seems fairly Artorish, right?
Yes.
And if Polar was planning to run the Brew mid, which is the most likely option, this is going to be very, very difficult as a lane for Brewmaster, I feel. Actually, extremely difficult, because if they put Morph IO mid, that was already like not an easy lane for almost all laners, but particularly ones in melee range to stand. But now that Brewmaster has had 2 armor lopped off, and IO is actually even more capable of harassing because it can harass you while like kiting the creeps very easily because it doesn't have to face you to hit you. I think that they could just get blown out in mid. Maybe we'll see.
Yeah, the Brewmaster definitely not nearly as tanky as he once was, but thank God for that. God, that hero is just ridiculous. It's like, yeah, I have 1,000 armor and like 1,000 HP. You're not going to be able to kill me.
And auto crit and auto dodge.
Yeah, and like
and his ult.
Giant slow with the thunderclap. It's just like this hero's absurd. It's okay. It got nerfed a bit. I think Merlini called it a 4-star nerf in his notes, meaning that it was a very good nerf.
How many stars?
I think 5. I'm pretty sure. Like
yeah,
he didn't nerf him into the ground, but it certainly didn't. It didn't hurt, or it didn't help rather, for the Brewmaster. So, well, I like the pick coming out from Evil Geniuses. I like the Storm pick coming out for Virtus.Pro Polar as well. And now you're wondering maybe they throw that in the mid lane or they throw that in the safe lane. I think if they throw the Storm mid, he's going to have even a worse time against the Morphling IO dual lane.
Quite possibly.
And then Brewmaster is just like, well, I don't know like what you do here for Virtus.Pro Polar. Like, you're not going to have a good time mid regardless. You have to focus on winning your other lanes. I think that's the most important thing.
I agree. I mean, yeah, it's going to be a matter of survival there. They have some, because it's a dual mid, most likely. I mean, obviously there's still other laning possibilities. Witch Doctor actually becomes a little better when you roam against a dual mid than against a single mid, because in theory, if you believe in the heart of the cards, you can cask the 2 heroes together. So, I don't know. It's still not a great roaming composition. It's mostly a like very, very strong laning composition. So Veno has that amazing level 1 potential. I don't know. Actually, I wonder if maybe they want to go for their level 1 being so good and so much better than EG's, which it is right now. Okay, and Doom doesn't change that. Polar's level 1 is so good, maybe they'll even try to like take both runes, and that would actually be a pretty big jump at the beginning. If they could give one to their mid and one to their like off lane, that would be really, really sick.
Those runes get you halfway in between level 1 and 2.
Yeah.
It's a couple of creeps essentially, and it's pretty nice as well. So you'll be quickly at level 2 in no time flat. And I think that's pretty big. So, Evil Geniuses, they picked Doom in the last pick, and that's interesting. It's not something we see too often. Might be a Zai Doom, and then,
maybe.
I don't know. Because this is very strange. And then have Dazzle be like a safe laner, Morphling IO mid, Leech Commander
Legion
off. Yeah, okay.
That's definitely an option for them. Ooh, TA. Okay, this is a hero who got a very big buff in the patch. Not documented as like a hero change, but the blink damage block change. So TA... Yes. A million years ago, was picked first in nearly every game, which is odd because TA is normally a hero that you think of as being easily hard countered by certain heroes.
Right.
But the reason it was that way is because Refraction did not, if you took damage during Refraction, or rather your Refraction absorbed damage, it wouldn't disable Blink. And now that's an intentional change. So that gives her so much mobility and so much gank response and makes her so much more difficult to kill, that it just makes what's otherwise a very risky hero into, like, I mean, it mitigates a lot of the risk.
I like the choice coming out for Virtus.Pro Polar. And I mean, in this mid lane, the Refractions can help out a lot if they decide to send the TA there, which they more than likely will. We've seen Brew offlane a lot. Also interesting to note, coming out from Motpacks, is that I think they've only played Storm one time in 6.82, so it's not a hero they're super comfortable with or someone they play a lot unless it is in scrims. So that's just interesting to note. Virtus.Pro Polar breaking out some unusual picks here for themselves, and obviously Evil Genius is going with an interesting laning setup as well. Again, this is the first game of a best-of-5 series, and the obvious favorites I would imagine would be Evil Geniuses, but with the way that Virtus.Pro Polar have been playing, and with how Evil Geniuses have kind of just said, okay, whatever, to a lot of these games, right, it could be a lot more difficult and a lot more even.
Yeah. So. I wonder what the betting line on this game is. Maybe the stats guy knows. Yeah, I think it's interesting. Polar definitely the kind of team you don't want to face in a new patch because who the hell knows what kind of garbage they're gonna pick. But EG, a very versatile team as well, has several players that can just play 90% of the pool, like Fear and Zai. So I don't know. I think both drafts definitely have potential. We'll have to see, like you said, how the Storm works out. It's a similar build to the one we saw Era run yesterday, where you're doing the safe lane Storm. You just take Tangos, Salve, and then a Soul Ring recipe, so you can finish your Soul Ring in the side shop.
Yeah. So Illidan is going to be on that Storm Spirit. Later on in the game, once the Doom maybe gets like an Axe, and even a Refresher Orb, this could become a rough game for either the Storm, the Brewer, or even the TA to a certain extent. So
yeah, maybe. And I think because of what you just said. Oh, actually, all right. So that's really interesting. EG took both. I'm really surprised that Polar elected not to contest either rune. I feel that they could have definitely contested at least one. EG gets both. That's a really big deal. That's the equivalent of getting like a 1 level. I mean, obviously they didn't give it to the same person, but like, I don't know. That's really big.
And DK Phobos missed his block, so it's not like he was doing anything else, more important at the time.
That's really bad.
They could have contested that, and they just give a bit of experience. So it's a good start for Evil Geniuses, but how much will that actually do for them? We'll have to wait and see. DK Phobos is getting zoned out currently by RTZ and Zai, and they'll just try to pressure him and also just take CS at the same time here. Zai getting an early battle. In fact, he already has one, so he's good to go. That's
the other thing about giving up that... notice that Zai didn't take any items, right, at the beginning. He's actually, as the support, been pooled a Tango. And the reason is that EG was very confident that they could get that 100 gold bounty, which gives an instantaneous bottle. This is just huge. I don't know what Polar were thinking, not even trying to get one rune. I think it's going to be extremely hard for them.
I mean, and now you already look at DK Phobos. He's like, he can't even get up to get a CS, so this mid lane is actually just going awful for him.
I mean, the Wisp has spirits already, and mana regen. So, like, TA's not going to have any rune control. He's going to lose his refraction charges just to the balls. I don't know. It's going to be bleak.
It's not going to be very easy. PPD is going to sit in lane currently while Fear does jungle up for a bit here as he does devour a creep. Mid lane, back to it. You can see DK Phobos is going to take a couple of spirits. Maybe. No. Just backs away. He's fine. And RTZ continues to CS, and he's at 9 last hits right now. I have not seen this rough of a start for a team in some time, and I think Virtus.Pro Polar, it's really, really demoralizing because they played so well recently, and to have this kind of a start, they've really got to find something here in the next couple of minutes, I think.
But this is something to watch for in general, I feel, in games in this new patch, is that level 1 action, I feel, is favored tremendously. Because if you do get to a 2-rune start, I feel that that's like, I mean, it's not, obviously it's not game ending, but like, think about the fact that a first blood is like 400 gold for one hero and some XP. Like, getting 2 runes when the other team doesn't get any is like half a first blood, right? And it happens earlier.
Well, rotation top lane. It's going to be the IO coming in. FNG in some trouble. Spirits will do the job, and Zai gets first blood. They're looking for Illidan. They try to avoid the remnants, and they will do so, but really great rotation from Zai. Gets the 2-minute rune, and then comes up top and easily gets a kill. Universe is going to go back in. He does have level 1 overwhelming odds. It will cancel the salve, but it's only level 1 at that. So good kill from Zai early on in this game.
And Zai, I think, if you're a Wisp player, you know just what like getting like a bit of extra gold and XP early can do. Like you're able to roam so much and be so effective compared to when you're like stacking.
Illidan is in some trouble. Spirit's already gone. One more right click should do the job, and overwhelming odds. And Zai gets another kill. This safe lane was one of the very few lanes that was going well for Virtus.Pro Polar, and now they've lost both heroes. Oh my lord.
Yeah, the thing is, it's 50 damage per spirit, and it's 5 spirits. A 250 point nuke, in theory, for magic at level 3 when your opponent's level 2 is, like, it's really, really dominant. Like, there's teams that used to run Wisp mid just for that reason, to get, like, a really, really fast ranked up spirits. Zai's in trouble, though, maybe? No, he can tether the creep wave, he should be fine.
And he will do so, and they were not able to Vortex or anything along those lines, and Storm Spirit did have Vortex, although it is level 1. It's quite, short. Arteezy now is going to have a bit more of a rough time than he once had, as Phobos is now...
Oh, he's okay. PPD had to Grave to get away from the...
Oh, he's not okay. The Maledict proc comes in. I did not expect that, and he goes down. Virtus.Pro Polar get on the board, and this is one of the lanes that I think is going well for them, because Furious just been relegated to the jungle, it looks like, and he's just rushing Midas at this point. He is...
I think it's a conscious choice, right?
Yeah.
Because, like, yeah, PPD died, but he only died now at 4 minutes, basically, and he got a lot of XP. He's level 4. Yeah. And then Fear is in the jungle, like you said, he's rushing Midas. I think that, yeah, they definitely could have run Fear safe and PPD supporting, but the way they did it is greedier, but I think maybe pays off.
And would it change anything if they put Fear in the safe lane? Because I feel like Mag could go toe-to-toe against him and throw up the Thunderclap.
They wouldn't dominate that lane.
Yeah. So it's about, I'd say it's about 1.5 lanes going to, I think, each squad. Obviously, EG are wrecking mid. Top lane is kind of going the way of, I mean, you're getting safe lane farm for Virtus.Pro Polar, but they did lose a kill. And then bottom lane, it's actually going the way of the Brewmaster and Mag and all of them. So far, it's somewhat even. It still is a really good start for EG because Arteezy is getting free farm. They've gotten a couple of kills on Zai. He is going to TP bottom as they were thinking about going in. Now they will. Hasterwood coming up, and Lil is in some trouble. Mag might chase him down or try to stop this push, but Lil is going to get chased up. The Spirit's going through. One more right click will do the job, and he just uses the Spirits casually to get another kill. And Zai has a killing spree. 3 kills already for the IO, the Wisp, little ball dude.
Yeah. When you have haste on Wisp, it's so easy to hit your Spirits, so he's able to just completely dominate with that.
He is going in deep, man. He is not afraid of this creep wave. He's not afraid of the tower.
He's really not.
PPD gets a lot more experience as well. He's already level 5. He did skill upgrade early on, which sometimes you see, sometimes you don't, but good start for PPD.
He had to survive. He's solo laning, right? So it makes sense. I mean, honestly, levels for Dazzle is so important too. Like, they pick 2 supports who are both extremely level dependent compared to your, like, Vengeful Spirits of the world. Like, you need your Dazzle to be able to use all... Like, if your Dazzle's level 3 at 10 minutes, you might as well, like, concede, right? Because he's got crappy Blitz and Touch, crappy Grave, and crappy Heal, yeah.
Well, so far it's not that big of an issue, but Universe is going to get caught top. Press the attack after the Gale, but now will he get caught out? He's thinking about turning around for whatever reason. He's actually fine. That press the attack after the Gale, they should have hold that. But, PPD does fall bottom lane as Lil gets the kill on him. And Fear finally comes into the lane. And actually, Fear didn't go for the Midas. He's got boots and a bottle as well. So
PPD actually did something really smart. It's just he needed to do it like a quarter second earlier. He TP'd with the Grave up on him after the cask. The idea was he would heal in the fountain, and it would put him high enough that he wouldn't take enough Maledict damage to kill him, but it just barely did anyway.
Rough game. PPD. Universe top lane taking a lot of damage. He has to back off and go home. Mid lane, they're going to go on DK Phobos, maybe. They're actually just using the Templar Assassin Replicate. They force a rotation with the TP, and Lil comes in just to save the life of DK Phobos, who might not have been dead anyways, so Kind of
Honestly,
interesting.
he's not doing so bad because Zai used his advantage to roam to other lanes rather than just dominating mid, which gave the TA a pretty good window to get back in the game. He's actually 18 for 11, which is quite good considering he was 0 for 0 at 2 minutes.
Yeah, but you compare that to RTZ's farm, and you're just like, well,
yeah,
wish that would be better.
Yeah. Yeah, but given the conditions of the lane and especially the double rune advantage for EG, I think it's very good.
RTZ's going to go back home quickly and heal up, get his treads as well. And bottom lane, maybe they go on Mag here. Do they have Doom? No, not yet. Fear he's a level away from that. He needs that Doom in order to be able to shut down Mag. And Mag already has a split, so yeah, it has to be Fear getting this level 6 in the near future. For Zai, he's roamed down there as well. And just kind of a farming game, a lot of rotations from both squads, making sure that they keep everybody safe and get everybody up to the experience they need to get. So, as of right now, level 6 will be done soon for both of these supports on Evil Genius's side, and that means that all of a sudden you've relocate ganks and obviously a lot more to offer with this Dazzle as well. And Virtus.Pro Polar, how far are they down in experience? Not that far. It's about 7,500, or excuse me, 750 experience, 1,000 gold. So
7,500 would be really, really grim.
Yeah. 7 minutes into the game, that's not good. That would not be good.
Even so, I think BP... Oh, here we go. They're going to go on Fear.
Fear gets Electric Vortex. They have Grave. They might be able to use it. Doom is about to go. Will he get it off? Doom should be going here, and it does. Mag is in trouble. Universe is going to get this duel off. That's going to be the first duel win. 1-1 for Universe early on in this game. Lil is trying to run his ass off. They have overwhelming odds at 8 seconds.
No way.
Lil is going to have to deny himself, and actually might... no. Those freaking ogres, man, they do no damage. They're useless. Bottom lane, they are diving Illidan, the Urn Charge, and the Spirit. Zai, double kill. He is 5-0-0 at 8 minutes and 30 seconds. The little Wisp player is just doing work.
5 kills on Wisp. That is nuts. That's so funny. Big mistake by Polar there. They actually... Would it have killed him? I don't know if it would have killed him, but he completely whiffed the Maledict from the Witch Doctor on Fear, which I think would have had at least 1 tick.
Yeah, Effigy, good try with that TP, but Fear had Centaur Stomp, and he just gets blown up. Doom gets the kill. Universe comes back into the lane as well, and this is not looking good for Virtus.Pro Polar. Not really.
No. Really good responsiveness by EG, and abuse of the fact that their team is, other than the Storm, really, they have vastly superior mobility. And I mean, Storm used up all his mobility going in on Fear, so definitely that attempt at a single gank could not have gone worse for Polar. They basically lost 3 people from it, including their safe lane farmer.
And what are you doing out if you're Polar? I mean, you're already far behind. You have to shut RTZ down. Phobos is getting some semblance of farm, but it feels like if anytime Mac tries to jump in, he's probably going to get doomed.
They shouldn't jump in. I mean, the TA is catching up very quickly, so they need items for the TA, like Blink Dagger, for instance. Does he have it? No, I don't.
No.
Maybe?
Sitting on a Bracer, Phobos. Meanwhile, Universe top lane, Illidan gets a kill. That's a duel as well going his way, missed it. Weave's going to go in, and Universe is actually taking a lot of damage. He did press the attack, but it is on cooldown now for a couple of seconds. So Universe gets another free kill, bottom or mid lane. They're going to dive in. The Spirits, is it enough? The Melt Strike going in, and still ticking down. And
that's funny.
Yeah,
it's just going to kill with balls. Yeah. Spirits will hit a stealth target.
I thought RTZ might have waveformed on top of that, but they decided to go for something else, a bit more cheeky.
This will give the Wisp more farm. 6-0-1.
Is this the same Virtus.Pro Polar squad we saw the past couple of days? It seems like they are just all out of source now, man. I don't know what's happening, but...
I mean, both drafts are a little odd. They're both playing around with some new drafting. EG's, you could see this in 6.82 for sure. This is a pretty EG-ish draft. So they're a little more comfortable with it, maybe. I think the runes were a very big deal, and the Io was able to generate so much early game advantage that it's very likely from now on that Polar just looks really bad. And I mean, it's not because they are bad, it's because like they're in a very bad position, right?
Yeah. And well, the same theme continues onward as Universe literally walks right up to Illidan. Illidan walks up to Universe, and then Universe duels him, and Illidan's like, I didn't pay for this. Why is this happening to me?
If I were him, honestly, he has the levels to just jungle. Like, they have vision covering the general entrance to the jungle. Maybe he should just like play even safer and not just get picked off by this Legion. Because this is a problem. If Legion gets like if her next like 2 duel wins are both, if her next 2 duels are both wins, I don't know if you can even come back from this because you're falling behind like the Legion curve, and all the other heroes are doing well as well.
It doesn't even have level 2 duel yet, by the way. So
yeah,
imagine when she gets that, when Universe gets that, it could be ridiculous. So.
I mean, we haven't even talked about Artur, right? And Artur is farming up the Storm.
64 last hits, and he's going to get this tier 1 tower to boot. They could glyph it, theoretically. Not going to happen. And he's up to 1,300 gold now with Treads and an Aquila plus a Circlet that's just kind of casually there.
A little sloppy. There was no reason not to glyph, right?
Yeah.
Get it back.
I mean, even if they weren't going to defend, it doesn't really matter either way, though. They're going to try to go on Illidan again. Ball Lightning, he couldn't get it off. He just walked right towards them, and Universe gets the kill. Now, I should mention this before anything else breaks out, is this is on USCs because of the rules coming out. So the next game will be on Luxembourg, so maybe we see a bit better of a performance. And I mean, ping is a big issue. These guys are playing from pretty much across the world in comparison to where the server is. So
for a Storm trying not to get dueled, it's definitely relevant.
Yeah, that's when I first noticed it. I think was because you looked, he ball lightninged, but it was at like the last possible second, and they were coming in. So I've got to feel like it's got to be some sort of ping issue. It's just unfortunate, but Virtus.Pro Polar.
Oh hell yeah! PPD is being a true support, giving Artur the new friendly medallion aura for more armor.
Ball lightning in, looking for PPD. He does get graved up. PPD should probably still go down here. He does get the weave off. Clap's going to go just to get the kill. Arteezy about to get Lil. He will do so, but he has to replicate away. Back with his friends. The split goes, but he did it a little bit too late. FNG relocate out now, coming from Zai. Big overwhelming odds. Nobody dead yet. The earn charge might take him down. Not going to be enough. FNG will live at about 15 HP. And Fear is still chasing after him. On the other side of things, Brewmaster Split now done, and Mag is in some trouble. Centaur Conqueror stop it. Arteezy waveforms into his face. Says, how the hell are you? Give me another kill. 13-3 for your North American squad.
Yeah, they really. I mean, ping or no ping, they really are running rings around Polar. It's just the mobility is dominating them, which is interesting. I mean, you've got two heroes that build Blink Daggers. One of them already has the Blink Dagger and Storm Spirit, and you're getting like, you really are just being given the runaround.
This has just been a big kind of unfortunate series of events for Virtus.Pro Polar. That's the nicest way I could put it. They are getting trounced at this point. DK Phobos in the mid lane was doing okay, but he really is just, he's trying to farm as best as he possibly can. Illidan has got nothing in the safe lane. You look at the top net worth, it's 4. I'm missing dual whip. PPD gets it done. Mag, and of course, the Storm are going to jump in. PPD getting caught out. He does have Grave. He is going to use it, and he might get out of here alive. He does have to heal himself with Shadow Wave here in the moment. Ball Lightning back in. Illidan still looking for the kill, and Arteezy waveforms on top of him and blows him up. Arteezy at 3.5k. He could honestly buy an Eagle Song if he really wanted to at this point. It might just keep going. Arteezy replicates in, and that forces them back towards the tier 3 tower. Oh my gosh.
If you're Polar, I think you start thinking about the next game. This is pretty, game was good, right? Like 10k lead, good item development on all of their heroes. Doom has Blink Midas. The frickin' Wisp has Mysterious Point Booster. Alright. I'm feeling it.
The casual point booster. I've seen it before. I like it. It's actually a Scotty. It's
actually Scotty.
No, I'm kidding.
If this game goes long and VPP doesn't GG and Zai goes Scotty MKB on Wisp,
that's like the most BM thing I'd ever seen in my life. Zai's like, I'm playing support IO and I'm building Scotty MKB because, well, Illidan, I'm you.
I mean, it's almost certainly one of two things. It's casual or he wants like a Bloodstone or something.
Ah, that's fine.
Wacky, but is a good Wisp item for what it's worth.
I like Bloodstone a lot. So, I think right now, if you're Evil Geniuses, you just need to keep the pressure on and keep applying pressure all over the map. Arteezy is going to pick up an Ultimate Orb. He's buying a Perseverance, I believe. Yeah, he is going for a Lincoln Sphere. Arteezy, despite having this giant lead, is going for a safe build. Blink, Stomp, Doom onto Illidan. Absolutely. Waveform, that obliterates him. Lil's getting right-click down. Adaptive Strike, and Arteezy doesn't get the kill there. Weave's going to keep him alive, though. They're going to Shadow Wave as well. And Relocate out coming through from Zai, just casually and easy.
Yeah, really smart. Good play. I mean, it's not even that he would have died necessarily, but now he comes back completely full. It's just a complete refill. There's nothing Polar can do about this. I think safe to say the Storm pick didn't work out at all. He's 0-7-1. I think he has the most deaths on his team.
You are correct. He has the most deaths by about 5.
By an enormous margin, yeah.
I guess 4, as Venomancer has 3, but Illidan is getting shut down, and I think EG knew that the key to this team into this game is going to be shutting down Illidan. Away from Arteezy, and even Illidan jumping in with a lot of his mana can't even get anything done. Fear jumps in, Centaur Conqueror Stomp, big IO Tether, they pull in Zai. I'm not sure that's what they wanted. Mag is going to split, there's no way to silence him up. They might try to go onto Illidan again. Good ball lightning away as Arteezy was waveforming in. Arteezy's going to get popped back. There's going to be the ultimate from the Witch Doctor. They get pushed back even further. Arteezy's looking to fight still. Zai in some trouble, taking a lot of damage. That point booster may not help enough, but the Grave will. And Mag is going to get dueled up by Universe. But where's the damage? Arteezy might wait for him, and they do get the winner. Just barely. Universe has 74 damage already. Centaur Conqueror stomp onto Phobos. He's dead as well. And oh my god. It is a disaster.
I'm not big on GGing early, but
this might be one of those situations.
They should definitely just go next. I mean, there's just no way you can really prosecute the fight when your Storm uses 3/4 HP and does 0 damage with it, right?
Yeah.
Like, sorry, 3/4 of his mana. He really did no damage. Like, I don't know. This is not happening. These builds, these Wisp builds that Stats Guys are reporting are amazing. I mean, the hero really only needs things like Urn, Soul Ring to go ham, and he's got Urn, Bottle, and Arcane Boots, so he really can build whatever.
You might want to see a mech come out from him, but that could be built by other heroes in this game, maybe.
Whatever.
But yeah, I mean, like,
got
it's
Dazzle
not.
Heal. They've got Medallion.
Listen, it's a suggestion. It's not core by any means, by any stretch of the imagination. And listen, if you're Zai, you definitely don't want to build a mech. You're going too hard to go for a mech anyways. You're too much of a badass in this situation.
Make Artur make the damn mech.
Yeah, the good old Morphling mech coming out for TZ. Now, he's going to finish up his Lincoln Sphere. It's flying out currently, and he's an extra 500 gold on top of that. And I think right now, if you're Virtus.Pro Polar, you maybe just try to take some time, talk about what happened in this game. It's not... I hate saying that it's over before the Ancient actually dies, but this is about as close as it gets to being over. 15,000 net worth, so...
One of the issues is their Storm is just straight up tilting. Like, that fight that he started in the last fight, no way, he was not going to kill anybody with that, period. So I don't even know why he even re-entered with like a 1/4 mana. You have nothing. Alright. And now he gets fragged again. So when your team is losing, and I mean that time was in his base, so that doesn't really come down to tilt, but like I think they maybe just need a little time to like chill and then just go next, play Lux, try to get a few games.
They are going to glyph the tier 3 towers. It's getting pressured already at 19 minutes into the game. Top lane, they are trying to split push. DK Phobos wants something. Doesn't even have his Yasha yet, let alone anything else. TP coming in. They are diving the base. Arteezy was going in little. He was able to survive. Effigy's going to come in. Arteezy has Replicate, so he should be okay. Ball letting in. Replicate out. Now they're going to ball lane further. Looking for Zai. He's going to get pulled in. Zai in some trouble. The Clap's going to go. Poison Nova. The Grave stays of life, but he cannot TP away as the Boulder Toss comes through. Goodbye, Zai. You are dead, my friend.
Unstoppable streak break. And actually, they're going to get the oh god.
Duel. But there's the Death Ward coming out. They will back away. Universe is like, I don't want any part of this. Illidan has no mana, no Electric Vortex as well. Matt comes in as well. Arteezy's thinking about fighting. Good Lincoln Sphere proc. And now Universe is going to take the kill. He gets a double. Not even Matt can stand toe-to-toe with Sahel O'Neal. And now Illidan is going to get right-clicked down. And that's going to be Arteezy unstoppable. Oh, my lord.
So Legion has 102 from the... added from the damage from the duel, and then Artur obviously is 10k net worth. That was about the best fight you can expect for Polar. I mean, for what it's worth, they broke a streak on IO. They got 600-ish gold from that. The thing is, they have this composition that doesn't do well when behind. Like, Storm and TA are not heroes that you want to have when you're behind. They're heroes you really want to have when you're ahead, or maybe even, but not when your deficit in net worth is 15k.
And it just gets worse and worse for Polar.
Their vision's good.
I mean...
their vision's really good. And this is the kind of vision you would want in a game like this where you're super behind. You want to see when the Legion is coming in, stuff like that. But, I don't know. What's TA's situation? No Blink, just Yasha. All right.
Just finish it. Thank God she has a double damage rune. That actually might be enough to do something.
Yeah, to maybe kill a Wisp.
Any hero. Literally any hero. PBD has been on point with those Graves, like you talked about, so...
for sure. The Dazzle's been huge, I think.
Yeah, this is really good team composition from the Geniuses. Ball lightning in, Arteezy's going to get pulled up. And no Replicate available, but he doesn't really care. Illidan's just like, I'm going toe-to-toe, and then he just almost dies to Arteezy. Wow, he should be dead, actually.
And meanwhile...
Zai left Arteezy. I'm not sure if that was necessary.
To get a free kill on TA.
I did not see that.
With the Legion.
Duel came in, and Universe was able to take it down with the Maelstrom proc. And that's just... it's that kind of game for Virtus.Pro Polar. And at some point, they're going to take down this Tier 2. They're going to go to the Tier 3. In fact, the Tier 2 is gone already. And Well, maybe they can go for Roche. Arteezy has got a Yasha now, so he'll be going maybe a Manta style, or just a casual Yasha into Ethereal Blade. We'll see. I've seen it before. Universe going up to the top
Stack
lane.
Yashas.
So.
Replicate yourself. Powerful illusion.
That's the build, man. That's
the
new
the
meta
build, dude. That's the PL build.
Yeah. Oh, God. Agative Scepter for Fear. I mean, it's not even necessary at this point, but you're going to get it regardless. So he's going to have a good time dooming people. He's probably going to have a refresher pretty soon at some point, too. He is going to go ahead and doom up poor Mag, and Mag is dead. Mag is absolutely 100% dead. The only question is whether or not they deny him, and that is not happening. Mag is going to die. Yes. And Fear will get the kill. Level Death coming in, and Fear's having a great game himself. Fear sitting at, let's see here, 3-0-6. Yeah, that's cheap.
Just a solid-ass game for Fear. Like, nothing flashy, just blinking in, stomping, casting Doom when he needs to, using his Midas. He's going to go jungle with Midas, I assume. And it's just solid. And he's got the Ags. As you said, he'll probably go Refresher next. You know. He's so businesslike. Everybody else is diving tier 3s, and Fear's just like, you know what? I'm gonna win this Dodo game, no matter what my team's
Listen,
doing.
guys, I'm not gonna throw. Illidan, he is gonna get found out. He's out of mana. That's a free dual win for Universe. That is, when you see that kind of play happen, you kind of just wonder yourself.
I mean, it's I really do think it's partially tilt. Like, they do have some wards, so if he's farming safely in jungle, like, it's less likely that he gets picked off like that.
6 deaths coming out for Evil Geniuses. That's it. 4 of those deaths are PPD, so Morphling does get a kill on the backside. It is going to be on Lil. Didn't catch that one. TK Phobos trying to TP away. He will not make it out alive. Double kill for Arteezy, and okay, 29-6. They're going to head over to Roshan. They're going to take this down. Once they secure Roshan, they probably get the Aegis. They go for the base, and, well, nope, it's just going to be GG right now. That's enough punishment Pro Polar wanted to take for one day. They will go into game number 2. Evil Geniuses with the solid start, already 1-0 in this best-of-5 series. Now, we'll see how Virtus.Pro Polar do respond to this outstanding play from your North American squad.
Yeah, fantastic start for EG for sure. We'll have to see how game 2 goes.
Well, guys, it's been a pleasure. I do want to mention before we take a break here is that we do have some giveaways. In fact, lots of Arcanas to give away here. There's 2 different Arcana giveaways for the Gamers Book Steam page. I'll throw that up here in just a second so you guys can see it. Make sure you check it out at twitter.com/DotaPit, or specifically, head over to Steam. Go to a Steam group, search Gamers Book. It's called www.gamersbook.com. And there's the PA Arcana as well as a full Arcana, which one of them gives 2 PA Arcanas. The other one gives a Phantom Assassin Arcana, a Leech Commander Arcana, and a Terrorblade Arcana. So it's pretty simple. You just have to enter over on the Gamers Book Steam page, and that'll be great. So thank you so much for joining us, guys. Check us out on our Twitters, @MautDota, @MautPax, and @Vikramond as well. We'll be tuning into game number 2 in just a second, guys. Also, check out highground.tv and DotaPit.com for more information. Stick around, everybody. We'll be right back.